How's it going, everybody? Nathaniel from RCInsight here, and today I'm reviewing LEGO set 10275, the Elf Clubhouse. This is a part of LEGO's annual Winter Village line. Technically, I think it's Creator Expert, now 18 plus, so you can take that for what you will. It is 2021's Winter Village set. It comes with 1,197 pieces, as well as 4 minifigures. And this set retails for $140 in Canada, I believe $110 in the United States. Like I said, there's 4 minifigures, as well as a really nice reindeer piece in here. And so, as always, we'll start by taking a look at the minifigures. So our first minifigure here is one of the 4 elves in this set. There's no particular way to distinguish them. All the elves in this set have this really nice head piece that's like a hat, but also has the little elf ears on the side of it, which I think is a really nice feature here. He's got a little red loudspeaker. Don't know exactly what that's for. He does have a smiley face print that I haven't really seen that much before, with the freckles and a nice big smile there, raised eyebrows, and he does have a 2-sided face at the back here. You can see he's kind of worried or concerned. The back face is definitely the more unique to me, with kind of like half open, half closed mouth. Really like that a lot. And then for torso print, he's got this belt and these little kind of jingle bells around his neck there, and that's continued around the back, and just plain green children legs, because obviously elves are short. These are not the ones that move. They're the short legs that are fixed. So moving on to our second elf here, I should just mention that all the torso prints in this set are identical. One of the things that I don't love about this set, and I kind of touch on at the end of this video, but same hat as well. So really the only thing that separates these elves are their face prints. Everything else is the same across the board. So we'll just talk about the face prints for the last 3 here. And this guy has a smiley face with glasses, which I think is an okay face print, but it doesn't really stand out to me too much. And he has no 2-sided face. Moving on to our third elf here. This time looks more like a she to me, so we're going to say she. Has those nice round eyes, and then a smiley face print that I quite like here a lot. Actually, probably one of my favorite face prints in this set. She does have a smiley face on the backside to an alternate face where she has her eyes closed, just kind of like an expression of joy. I really like the face prints on this minifigure. Probably my favorite face prints in this set. I don't know why, they're more simple, but it's just something that resonates with me. I love the expressions. And then our last elf here, we do have one with a scarf and then the little freckles. This is almost a child's face on this one. It looks like it could almost be a child with the little freckles, smiley face around the eyes there, and then you flip around. No 2-sided face for this one either. So 2 of them with 2-sided faces, 2 of them with not. All same torso prints, leg prints, that sort of thing. Does detract a little bit for me, but those are your minifigures. We also have one really cool custom reindeer mold. It may be a set exclusive, it may not. I'm not 100% sure, but it's got these really cool kind of, I don't know what material they are, plastic, but bendy plastic antlers, which I think look great. And it does have that open slot as many of the kind of horse and reindeer minifigures we get through LEGO do reindeer figures molds. And there's just this little buildable piece that sits in there that's supposed to be like a saddle, I presume, and the sides clip on to the sleigh at the back. So talking about the sleigh, we will move on to that for our first of the little small side builds on this set. And I really like this sleigh, actually. Love the red and white with the gold accenting here. The use of this vine piece in gold for the sides of the sleigh I think looks great. And then the little flame to the back to make it like rocket boosted I think is also cool. And I obviously started with this so you can see how it just clips onto the sides here for the reindeer like so. And then it can pull it along. So I think that's a nice little build here. I do quite like this. I love the side builds in this set. I think they're really top quality. So then we have 2 little gifts, 1x2s and 2x2s. Not too much to talk about there. I've seen them a million times before. They're standard, but I always like getting these in the sets as much as we have them. I feel like you can never have enough of them. Then we have a little airplane build for this set, which is, I think it's really impressive how they so clearly managed to capture the airplane with such a small amount of pieces. I love the way they did the propeller on the little 1x1 stud with the kind of pointy thing on the front. I don't know how to even describe that. And then really nice use of the 1x3 tile on the top. Yeah, I think, and some of these angled pieces I think are really great, where you have these 1x1s where they have studs on 2 sides. Really, really well done to get the plane to such a small and compact size while being so clearly distinguishable. I like that a lot. Then we have a ship here, and this is one of my absolute favorite of these small gift builds in Winter Village sets. Really, again, impressive how they managed to make such a cool, detailed little ship here with so few pieces. I love the gold accenting here. A nice job with the sails. Really, really cool build in my opinion. I think this is fantastic. It looks absolutely great on display. One of the highlights of this set for me, in my opinion, along with some of these other mini builds. Really strong mini builds for this set. Then up next we have a piano. This is a really simple build, but I think it's quite creative the way they did it, using these Technique connector or 1x2s here for the legs. I think is very clever, and then just a 2x4 tile on the back and some nice printed piano keys at the front here. Not a full keyboard, but still pretty cool looking if you ask me. And then lastly, the other awesome little small build on this set is this computer with the nice list on it, and a list of indistinguishable names that are presumably on the nice list. And I don't love that they just used this 1x2 gold bar tile for the computer keyboard, but the computer build itself here looks great, even with the little hole in the back for like the port to plug it in, and the desk that it's on. I think this is such a cool looking build. I love it. I do wish that this was a printed piece and not a stickered piece on the front, but alas, it's a nice build, so I won't complain too much about that. This is a really, really good build. Then as for the Christmas tree here, this is probably one of my least favorite Christmas trees that Winter Village sets have done. The shaping of it I really like, but something just doesn't resonate with me. Partly I think I don't really love the winter star here. I think the piece is taken from a Duplo set, which in of itself is not a problem, or like some of those junior sets. But I just don't think it looks proportionate on top of the tree, and in particular the choice of 1x1 rounded studs here for the lights just is what I think really detracts from it for me. Some of these muted colors like the beige and the white, they just don't really suit the tree, and it makes it pop a lot less. I feel like even if they had just gone with some different colors along there, it would stand out a little bit more for me. But with the colors that we get in this set, I just don't love the way it looks, unfortunately. But the idea, I think, here is really cool, with lots of kind of like branches or parts sticking out. I think the concept is here, and I just slightly missed on the execution. And I did see the designer video where the designer talked about how it was kind of a tribute to his mom and her really ornament heavy trees, which I think is really cool. But again, I think just the color of 1x1s here detracts from this build. So moving on to the clubhouse itself, we'll start with talking about some of the exterior detailing here. So we do have this nice string of lights along the front roof here, and one thing that they did do with this roof that is really cool is it actually angles forwards all the way to the top, as you can see. That's a really nice touch, and it gives the building a bit more of a looming presence, as it almost feels like it's sitting forward, which is a really, really cool feature of it. And the roof is one of the highlights of this build to me. I love how steep it is and triangular. I think it looks absolutely great. And then to have the additional triangled roofs on the side here, I think is really cool as well. I love the way that the roof looks. Probably my favorite part of the design of this set. Talking about some other exterior details here, I really like the wood trim around the window. I'm really not a fan of the reef design they chose this time around with just the rounded 1x2s. I think it looks kind of just unfinished. It's weird. I don't like it that much. We do have this really nice little pole down here on the left side with two stickered pieces that say North Pole and Workshop, kind of for some directions as to where you are. There is a little area to park the reindeer's sleigh on the right hand side there as well, and that's pretty much it for the exterior. There's a little light here by the front door and a really cool circular door here that does open. That is a very nice touch. Simple little walkway, tree, some little snow details, all stuff like that. Nothing too special on terms of the front of this. If we do flip around to this side over here, this one side does have a little balcony area. There is actually no way to access this area, which is a small gripe of mine, but there is this little balcony with a telescope on it, which is a cool little addition, I suppose. Then flipping around to the inside, there is a lot of detailing on the inside here to talk about. So I'll tilt this forward, and starting with the ground level, I think one of the coolest interior design features I've seen in any of these sets is this little wrapping paper station over here in the right corner. I love how they use the car doors to make that to make it appear like there's a roll of paper on the wall, scissors down here so it's very clear what it is, table, and even a wrapped gift over there in the corner as well. That's an awesome feature, probably my favorite interior design detail here. Really, really great. There's a little cabinet over here with one drawer on the top there and just a little teapot and a mug there, which is cool. We also have a table over here on the left side with some cups and waffles and some chairs, and that's kind of it for the downstairs level. Moving to the upstairs here, we have our triple bunks for our elves, as well as a little nice lampshade at the side, some little reef up at the top here, and then just, some more little cabinets and drawers here for presumably clothes and stuff, a little gift, a mug, and oddly, a chair here, I don't know why, as well as a nice little carpet by the base of the bed. And there is one play feature up in here as well. This one I don't love. I mean, it's kind of cool. It's nothing amazing in my opinion, though, and that is if you spin this clock here, it kind of knocks the bed forward. So if all the elves are sitting on the bed, I will actually demonstrate this for you guys. So if all the elves are kind of sitting in bed like this and I spin the clock, they all fall out. And so that is that feature to wake them up in the morning, which is kind of a fun little play feature. I don't love it personally, but it is a cool addition to this set. As you notice, when I had tilted it forward, possibly, there is a sticker piece back in here, which is a calendar for December with December 24th circled. It's a little dark. I'll see if I can lighten up in the edit. Also a stickered piece for the clock here. And there is a light feature on this as well, and that is by pushing this down. You push that down and you can see the light comes on in the bedroom. The light brick is just standing right behind this little reef piece here. I do wish it was a little bit more noticeable from the front. You basically can't see it at all when the light comes on. It's not just a video thing. Like, I can't see it at all when I turn the light on. You could if it was fully dark, but that is one little disappointing thing about me for the light feature in this set, is I wish it would be a little more visible. And then the last thing to talk about here is the chimney on the left-hand side. And so it does spin, so it can spin away and it can be fully open to the reindeer area, parking garage we'll call it. And so when it's over the side like that, that's what it looks like from the front. And then if I turn it out, it looks like this. I think it looks much better out to the side as opposed to turned back personally, but you could have it either way you like. Really nice job with the detailing on the chimney here. One of my favorite chimney designs with just the gray and then some of the bricks as well as the rounded 1x2s fitting in there too. I think it looks really good. But this has probably one of the coolest little features that any LEGO set has ever kind of dreamt up with, and that is there's this little there's this little brown lever at the side here that you lift up and lower, and it drops a waffle into the pan, and then you spit the waffle out, and you lift it up, and another waffle drops down, and out it comes. And then same thing, up and down, and the waffle comes in, which I think is cool. And then you just restock it by sliding the waffles in at the top here. There's a little hole just fit enough for the 1x1s, and they all settle down in there, and then you can rinse and repeat. And I think that is absolutely awesome. I adore it. I don't know why. It's just so great. They didn't need to do it in this set, but they did, and I love it for that. Also, a nice little stocking here on the back side of the chimney, and so obviously you would want to turn it in if you were serving the waffles. That's why it rotates, because it makes sense then that you serve the waffles, and then you put them right out on the table there. So that is the other little play feature for this set. So quickly, we will take a look at the box and the instruction books here, and then we will jump into my final thoughts on this set. So this set comes with 2 instruction books. I really like the very subtle book 1 and book 2 prints on these. The first one here is just for all the little side builds. I love the black background with just kind of a little bit of blue around the center of this, and then the reflection at the bottom here. It looks really good in my opinion. Love the way this looks. And very simple little instruction book, like I said, just for all the small little builds in this set. Pretty basic and straightforward, and then just information about the light at the back. And then the second book here is for the Elf Clubhouse itself. I did forget to point out that we have 3 different languages for the Elf Clubhouse. We have English, Spanish, and French, which I mean, it's cool. I see why LEGO does that. North America, 3 languages makes sense. And same thing with the background. There's some of the stars and snowflakes in here, and then the reflection on the bottom. I think the pictures and the prints on these look absolutely amazing. Not a whole lot in the book. At the back of the book here, we just have some images of the set, and then just a few images of the play features, and then like a brick-built sketch of the set, which is kind of cool. And then obviously the pieces at the back. No advertisements, promos, or whatever for other sets, but 2 decent books. I really like the way they look. As for the box here, it's kind of that $100 to $120 box size that you'd expect. A similar setting to the instruction book kind of prints, but obviously this one has both the main build in it as well as all the side builds, and I really like the way this set looks, particularly with the Elf Clubhouse print. And I didn't talk about that on the instruction books, but I love how it's the Elf Clubhouse that's front and center, not that this is a LEGO set. There is the little LEGO logo in the corner, but no theme logo. This is the Elf Clubhouse from the Winter Village collection, and I really like how that's what sticks out to you from the box here. It's that standard 18 plus box that you get with the printing along the bottom there. Nothing new to expect there. You do see the minifigures along the top here. Also reindeer and Christmas tree on the side. And then if I flip it around to the back, very similar to the back of the instruction book, you get some pictures of the inside and all the various play features on this set. When I opened this set up at Christmas, I just saw the little waffle, and because I had watched the designer video, that gave it away. But nonetheless, very cool back here, and the dimensions are on the back as well, and nothing really on the side here, and that is it for the box. So overall, guys, I quite like this set, but it's definitely not my favorite Winter Village set. My favorite Winter Village set at this point is the Gingerbread House. This is a really good set. I didn't love it when I saw it on the box, and I definitely liked it more built. The way the roof is designed here, I think, is the highlight for me, and I really do like the lights on the front as well. Also, having the little waffle feature in the chimney, I adore. It's probably one of my favorite parts of this set. The other thing is the side builds on this set are really nice, from the ship to the piano to the computer. I think they're all great, and getting this reindeer mold here as well is really cool. I really don't love the Christmas tree from this set that much compared to some of the past Christmas trees. It feels a little lackluster to me, but there are a lot of things to like here. This is a really nice set, and it continues the very much more complex and detailed vibe that the Winter Village sets have had grown towards over the years. It is absolutely a fantastic addition to the Winter Village, and there's some really excellent detailing here. The price point is pretty average in what you'd expect. It's not really an encouragement or a deterrent when it comes to buying this set. And the minifigure selection here, to me, is a little bit mediocre overall. Obviously I wasn't expecting more than elves, but just not super interesting in terms of variation, torso prints, all that sort of stuff. So there's definitely some things to like here. There's also some things to dislike. As with any of the Winter Village sets and really any of the Creator Expert sets, the bar is pretty high, so you're not getting a bad set by any means. You can always expect these sets to be well made, but it's definitely not the top end of some of the Winter Village sets. I'd say it sits around the middle overall. Definitely the external detailing here and the internal detailing are nice, but there's just some little drawbacks here that prevent me from really full on loving this. That being said, my mom absolutely adores this set, so it very much depends on person to person too. She loves the Christmas lights, she loves the roof, and there's, like I said, I do like the roof. There's lots of positives to draw on here as well. So overall, I think this is a fairly decent set. Definitely, if you're collecting the Winter Village sets, you're going to want it, but if you're just looking for one or two of the Winter Village sets, your favorites, this to me is not an essential one. Obviously, if you really like it, I'd say go for it. Like I said, there's lots of great features here, especially when it comes to the detailing, but unless you're really trying to collect all the Winter Village sets, this to me is not an essential part of that collection, even though it is still quite a nice build. So that is my thoughts on the Elf Clubhouse. Guys, if you like this video, click the like button down below. It's a great way to show your support, and it's always much appreciated. Subscribe for more videos like this one. I do reviews, speed builds, Lego news videos, all that sort of stuff. So if you subscribe, you can stay up to date on my latest reviews, stay up to date on Lego news, all that sort of stuff. So again, if any of that interests you, subscribe so that you can be notified as soon as those videos come out. And with all that said, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.